Pleased with the first day of practice. Kids are eager. Now it's about performing and executing. As the week goes on, we'll try to accumulate the necessary amount of emotion to play the kind of game we're going to have to play to compete with a very, very good Utah team, especially when they're at home. So, but a good start to the week, and look forward to continuing along that vein. Questions?
Did you get the weather set up this way because you know it's going to be a little cooler?
Well, November it does turn, and but the last two times we played in cold weather, we played hard. So I don't think the weather will be a factor. Probably not. Don't rule him ever out. He's going to work out now, but he's still sore and he's rusty. I mean, you can't be gone since this Washington State game and not come back rusty. So, but it's good to have him starting that process, and hopefully it'll go quickly.
Do you feel that you've talked about the team staying positive and putting together a couple of wins, especially a big one against Arizona State? Is it going to a new level, or is it just maintaining where it's
just one game at a time? It's just one game at a time. It's us against Utah, and right now, both of us put in a great Tuesday practice, and can't keep score on that, but someone's ahead. And so we've got to make sure that we're doing everything we can as the week goes on to have that edge, and that's what we're focusing on.
Is it getting hard not to look ahead, given that you guys kind of control your own destiny now?
You have to be reminded. You have to remind guys all the time you can't look ahead. I mean, certainly everybody else wants to. You asked the question, and people are calling and trying to get tickets for games that are down the road, and it's. I mean, you're going to be given those kind of obstacles, but you have to bar them. You have to get them out of your mind and keep focusing on us against Utah.
So what do you tell the team?
I tell them exactly what I tell folks. I'm not talking about anything other than Utah. And that's what we should be doing. Anytime somebody wants to come up and pat your back for about Arizona State or Cal, or you pat them, you say thank you, but we're thinking about Utah, and that's where it has to be.
So you don't want to talk about the USC game right now?
No, not at all. Say again, John. He was going to see somebody today. I'll report back after I hear with any further updates from that appointment. Getting better, I still think we'll make the game.
Let's talk about the run D that on both sides here. This is going to be a real key to this game.
They have the number one run defense in the Pac-12, so it's a big-time challenge for us who like to make our living running. So this is a game not for the faint of heart. It's going to be a grind in there, and hopefully we're up to the task.
And your run D is going to have to face a guy who's probably going to carry it, I would think, at least 25 times in white, right?
That's exactly right. This is going to be an old-fashioned slugfest if I have my thoughts on it correct. I just think this is going to be a field position game, and we've got to hang in there and do a nice job with that.
Coach, to add to that, you gave up 168 yards last week against Cameron Marshall. John White coming in, Utah's 5-0 when he gets the 100 yards. What are you guys going to do differently to adjust to that?
Well, he's done a nice job, and we won the game even though we gave up a 100-yard rusher last week. We just got to find ways to get guys off the field, and certainly, in playing against a more traditional two-back offense, we'll be a little bit more suited to stop the run than maybe against the Arizona State team that was going to spread the field and so on and so forth. So hopefully we're up to the task.
Probably loading up the box a little bit more than normal.
Well, yeah, you would think so, yeah. Well, just working his way back. He's been gone for 2 weeks, and he's important player on this team, and will have a role on Saturday.
There's a chance it might rain. Does that affect anything that you might do at all?
We can't worry about things we can't control. It's just one of those things that we've been in wet weather before, and hopefully we're up to the task.
But also going against their quarterback, he's only thrown about 53% right now. So
he's a guy that had to come off the bench and come in for a starter, and I think he's really performed adequately. And I think they kind of know who he is and manage him. Norm is good at that. Norm is going to give him things he can handle that he likes, and the guys made a lot of big plays here of late.
Speaking of Norm, do you feel you have any edge at all this week than over another week because you know him so well?
He'd be saying the same thing about me, So it'll be an interesting matchup. But Norm and I will be in safe places. They're not between the white lines.
I hope so. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Rick.
Everybody good? All right, thanks.